Hi, we are on to lesson 10, so I can hardly believe that we almost have just 1 month left. This coming week will be, as you'll see here, as I just went to content and then I scroll down to lesson 10, and the topic is work. You all have had experience with this, especially this semester, the work that it takes to do all the assignments in this class. I want to go over the application activity. Hopefully you're watching this so you can look at and prevent having to feel like you have to do all three options. What this assignment is you watch a video about Tyler Haws, who's a basketball player at BYU, and talk about or try to think of your own story of a time when you had experienced hard work. And the fact that you benefited from that hard work. So once you decide how you want to share that story, you look at the different options. So like here it says, select just one of these options. So you look through and decide which one, remember just one that you want to do. So the first option is to write your own story in a word processing document. You all have Microsoft Office, so it's Word. It tells you what to include. Tell us the circumstances, what was happening during that time of work, what work did you do, and the blessings that you experienced, and then include details and descriptions to make it interesting. So it's not just facts with little narrative. Here are the requirements. It has to be two pages long. Not 1 page, not 1.5. It can be 4, it can be 3, but for sure it has to be at least 2. And then double space, I'm going to show you that in a minute. And the font type is Times New Roman and size 12. So you'll type that up, save it to your computer, and upload it into the application activity spot. I'm going to pull up just a sample one. Okay, if this is my paper, I'm going to take off. Let's see. So we have here my paper, and as I look at it, obviously it would need to be longer. It needs to be 2 pages, but also the font needs to be Times New Roman, so I would highlight all of it, come and pick the correct font. Okay. Scroll down till I get to the T's and pick Times New Roman right there. Then it said it needs to be double spaced. Right now it's single. So I have this little icon, and you may too if you have the same version of Word. Right here with the arrows. You click that, and you want double space. That means 2 spaces in between each line. Now it's double spaced. Okay? Probably don't necessarily need a space between the title there. And now whenever I type, it gives it double spaced. Okay? If you don't have that little icon at the very top, I have something that says format. I have an Apple computer, a Mac. I hit format, and then it's paragraph, which you can't see. If I hit paragraph, and then I can choose what line spacing. It said line spacing, single, and I wanted it double. Okay, so that's how I make sure, and then I can type and make sure I get the 2 pages long. Okay? Okay, this is back. So that's your first option. You could do that. If you want to just type your story about your work experience, great. One time when you had hard work, like my example there was in my sample, when I was a freshman at BYU, my first year at BYU, and I took a humanities class, and it was if I wrote the rest of the story, I would talk about how it was really hard for me. I really like math and science, so humanities was a little trickier, and it required me to dedicate a lot more studying each week. And I put 4th grade effort, met with people in my class, talked with my professor, did what I could to make sure I got the best grade out of it that I did. And then I talk about what blessings I received from that hard work. The second option is you can do a PowerPoint. You have that through your Microsoft Office. suite and choose clip art or some pictures to make it more interesting. So make sure it has pictures to talk about the work you completed, the circumstances, and the blessings. Those three things that your story, if you chose option 1, would need to have. Here's the requirement with the PowerPoint. It needs to have 5 slides. Okay? Not 4, not 2, at least 5. We can have more. It needs to have a slide for the title, a slide to explain the circumstances. I was a freshman at BYU. I really liked science and math, and humanities was not really my strength. And I was trying to get used to college classes. So those are my circumstances. A slide to highlight the work. What was the work that I did? And then a slide to talk about the blessings that came from my work. So what blessings did I see from that hard work? And your 5th slide that you have to have is the conclusion. Wrap it all up. Maybe what you learned from that experience. Okay? It says you can have other slides, but for sure you have to have those 5. Last option, if you don't want to write a paper, you don't want to do a presentation, you can make a video like I do. It should be interesting to watch. You can do it through any, if you have a recording on your computer. I use, it's called screencast-o-matic.com. If you want me to send you that, add that website, email me and I can send you that link. It needs to be at least 2.5 minutes long. Right now, mine's 6.5 minutes, so I never have a problem making it. Mine's, I think, too long. Make sure it's clear, you're well spoken, not including a lot of ums or likes, so you're speaking clearly. And then you'll post it to YouTube and give me the link, the URL, so I can just either copy and paste that URL and go to your video or click a link. And it says here again, there's going to be a rubric that will show you how these are going to be graded. So that is the application activity. I'll do my separate video for the English tip. And so other than that, just a reminder, since we are getting closer to the end, please check your grades. Email me with any questions, problems. Sometimes there are glitches, things don't get graded like they should be, or for some reason you got 15 out of 5 and you want to let me know. Please email me, or if you have some missing assignments, we'll see if we can work with you or what we can do to make sure you get the grade that you deserve. But I want to hear from you if you have questions. So have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you next week.